Hey, good afternoon. It's a little after 1:30. And yesterday, pre-market, we came in thinking, hey, this thing could be ready for a blow-off move to the upside. What did we get? We got a down day yesterday. And not too surprising in the way this has been advancing up, down, up, down, up, down yesterday. And so today was up. So yesterday was this consolidation day. We could assume it was at resistance, and our hesitancy was that it was at resistance, this big reversal bar. So things started off a little whippy. You can see this morning on the 5-minute chart, gapped higher, came back down into the gap fill, and it got moving. Now, the other thing we were looking for was the underperformers to start performing, because we've already seen this playbook as to the Qs and the spiders moving up, new all-time highs, and the mags leading and so on. So breath being as terrible as it was, which we've reviewed multiple times, was like, okay, if this market is going to go, we need to see the underperformers begin to catch up. And we got that today. IWM took off. It didn't fill the gap and started moving up this morning. And now the incredible thing is that when it reached this, got up to this resistance area over here, you can see on the 65-minute chart, it's right at the top of it. And so momentum was slowing down. And I mentioned this in the green rooms. Okay, momentum is slowing down here. Let's see what happens. There's no indicator. So how do I know the momentum is slowing down? The distance between the highs. Multiple bars up, strong momentum. A couple of bars up, and it stalled immediately once it took out the highs. Momentum is stalling. That doesn't mean it's going to go down. It just means momentum stalled. So at that point, it could pull back a bit, but no, it went sideways. So it broke out, and I'm getting into the doldrums here when it broke out. So at that point, it's like, all right, what's it going to do? Breakout failure? Does it come down, retest major support like it's done in the past, right? The pivot low prior to a higher high. Buyers come in again and push it up. No, it went sideways. This is what makes it impressive. Buyers are so confident this is going higher, they're not waiting for the dip. And while there are sellers here, it's gone sideways, the demand continues to come. And so now it broke out again. It's right at the top of the range here. This is the danger area as far as getting so bullish. You're buying up into an area of resistance. And in addition, you can see because it went sideways, which is bullish, it created an area of price support. Great. And so breakout traders come in again. It's moved up. What we don't want to see is it break down below this shelf, because that could get some things moving, and well, it could turn into a red bar. But I think based on what's happening here today, buyers are just going to continue to come in any event. uh, Assuming this holds on to its gains, this thing should make new highs, not new all-time highs. There's another resistance area slightly up above. Nonetheless, it looks pretty darn good. Now this one I said this morning, I think this has the greatest potential. It was the best looking sell setup. But who the hell wants to be short in a ripping bull market day? So we'll see where this closes. But if it closes like this, that suggests it's going to go up and take out that high point and could create some more short covering and drive it higher. That's the way it looks now. We've still got time to go to the end of the day to see if buyers want to continue to step up, because so many things are at resistance here. You could see on the 65-minute chart. So looking at there's the spiders, new all-time high now. Nothing to stop it from going up. Today's low, assuming it closes like this, is our first reference point of short-term significant resistance. So we'll see what that does. Now, communications, which has been doing nothing, broke out today. So here's another laggard. It wasn't trending down, but going sideways, it breaks out. What's moving it? Well, let's just sort this by percent change on the day. Well, not very exciting. Twilio is the best percentage gainer. What's showing the best relative strength? Electronic Arts. Well, it's great relative strength over a few days. What we're looking for, like Google, sort of just starting, right? Come out of this consolidation. There's like a 1, 2, 3, not the greatest, meaning it's great that it's in an uptrend, but it's like a 1, 2, 3 where it's just the wide range bar peekaboos over the top of the base. Those are the best. TMUS, this was a kind of a hook pattern, pull back into support with a correction bar breaking the lows. So that was a nice setup coming up to resistance. Um, Meta broke out today. That looks like it. Maybe it's headed up to 1,000. On a blow off situation, it could be. Better not go back under the lows, but that looks fantastic. Like it could go higher. Uh, Technology, of course, but it's underperforming. It's not taking out the highs because it outperformed the whole way. And this is now the time for the underperformers to shine, like KRE. You might say, what's so great about that? It had broken down, but if you're looking for what could bring up the rear, this is it. And so then, same story, breakout, wide range bar. Green check mark there is a wide range bar breaking out. It's got resistance. Let's see if it holds on to the gain. Put it in a minder. And again, you can go through these, but you can see this is showing relative strength compared to the index, compared to XRE, KRE, I should say. But breakout, that should go higher. So looking for things that could play catch up, UMBF. See if it holds on to the gain today, brings up the rear tomorrow. Again, you can go through the sector, and you can see as I put in a sector symbol, it loads it up here, and then you can sort it by percent change on the day or relative strength. Like this one is the best percentage gainer today, but it looks more like the index, right? Breakdown and coming back up. Probably good for a put spread. You'd have to check the premiums. Now, financials. So this broke down, another one bringing up the rear, but Goldman Sachs. So while an index looks the way it may look, you can then go look within the sector and see what looks like it's shown relative strength and what can continue. So Goldman Sachs, new all-time high, breaking out, should go higher. And the factory workers going ahead and looking at different ones. Well, that one there. What's so exciting about that? Well, it's negated this red bar. Shorts are going to cover. And it was a sell setup. And if it holds on to the gain over the next couple of days, assuming this market continues higher, this will move up toward the 50 MA. So I could look at this. We could do a long video. I could come up with a ton of ideas. I'm going to start going through these after the video. You know, the Dow could play some catch up here, and Goldman Sachs is in there. Today's the top performer, and American Express. Yeah, it's got the resistance, but look, if this market continues to advance the way it is into toward the end of the week, resistance areas are going to have relatively small effect because while we look to the left and we recognize those resistance areas, and ideally we're looking for something like a Goldman Sachs that has nothing to the left, you want to, I'll just use the word disrespect in a sense, that resistance area or downplay it. Because if you think maybe you're short some stock and it's coming up to resistance and you've got a day like this going, and if it continues and you think that resistance is going to stop it, while it might, it's less likely. It's just the way the market works. Home Depot breaking out. Interest rates are up a little bit here, but not a big deal. They're relatively low compared to what they were a month or two ago. Boeing, don't look so great. So again, we look at an index, we look at what's within the index. Apple looks like a continuation pattern. Microsoft pulling back into the gap fill. This was the earnings turnaround day here. Buy it. Looks like it's going higher. So lots of good looking stuff here. As I said, we came into the week thinking about a blow off type of scenario. We didn't get it yesterday. It looks like it's underway today. We'll see how the day ends. We'll take it from there. We'll check it out in the morning. We'll be online in the morning at 9 o'clock, pre-market review. Check us out. And got questions, email us, Greg.